Hi beauties, welcome to Lady Lay Tarot. In today's reading, we're going to take a look at some predictions for this next quarter of your life and which areas of your life will see improvement, significant improvement that you can actually sigh with relief about. And we have 5 piles for you today. The first pile is the stone, the second is that, the third is the black one with the white specks, the fourth is the gray with the white specks, and the fifth is this grayish black stone. So please take a moment to reflect which of the piles you feel is calling itself out to you. Use your intuition, or as I like to say, if your intuition is not particularly strong today, you could try rolling the dice 10 or 15 times, asking your spirit guides for assistance and seeing which numbers 1 through 5 appears the most often and picking your pile that way. So pause the video, choose your pile, and go to the timestamps provided in the description to get into a reading. I'll see you there. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. You felt drawn to this light brown stone or the number 1, and the first card that came out as I was shuffling for your pile is the 9 of Cups. Now the 9 of Cups represents fulfillment, serendipity, and feeling like you've gotten your wish and arguments are over. So I'm sensing that some struggle or past problem, perhaps an interpersonal relationship issue, will be resolved for you this quarter, which is very fortunate. But we're going to take a look at what the cards have to say, and I will get to that. But first, let's take a look what some of the other cards are saying here. Okay, so we got stress, despair, and grudge. Those are the areas that will dissipate or reduce in your life this quarter. Then we have the 7th house, the house of compatibility or of interpersonal relationship, as I mentioned with this card. And we have the 10th house of work. So something with regards to work or organization will improve in your life in this quarter. But let's see how that might specifically play out or anything else that is coming up. So let me select some cards, or rather see which cards are coming through for you before we see what they are telling us specifically. Okay. And let's get 2 from here, 1 from here, and 1 from this pile. Okay, so we have love. Okay, I see some excitement for you. And we got the dog far away. It's as though someone that you love, perhaps someone who lives far away from you right now, is at a distance, or that you're on the outs with, it seems will either come back or give you a call, because that's what we see here with these cards and the area of improvement in your life with the house number 7, the interpersonal relationship card, and the smoothing over of tension. So especially if you and this person had a grudge, or this person had a grudge towards you, or there was much despair over their stance, over their distancing, worry not, because you're going to get some communication from them. And we have Cup. You should accept valid criticism, it says, which shows that, yes, this may indeed have been an argument that you and someone that you were in a relationship with, whether romantically or friend or family member, For some, this may be a mother figure in someone's life or a female that you had the stress with or that was trying to control you. And what I see is that they will loosen their grip and relent. And with this generosity card here, give in to what you would like them to give into. So for instance, let's say you have a female boss, and this female boss has been very demanding and requiring you to work long hours, and you have tried to stick up for yourself, but they didn't want to hear it. I see now they're going to try to give you more time to yourself, or make you work less, or feel bad for you and understand that what they're doing is not completely fair. And so relent. This could also mean that this person will leave you alone if this is someone that's, for example, God forbid, stalking you in a way, or being jealous of you and being catty and actually compromising. Let's say you work and it's a colleague. Yeah, so with the shark energy here, I see that this person was formerly very snappy with you, or kind of like predatory in the way that they handled things with you, which caused you undue stress. And with this card of the Nine of Cups, it shows that you're breathing a sigh of relief, and those days of you fighting or duking it out are in your peripheral and not mainframe in your life. So most likely for many of you, this is in the area of work, or someone that you have to actually see on a day-to-day basis, with the 10th and the 7th houses here. And let's see what else is coming through. We have time to go out and have fun. For this quarter, I do see that you'll be going out more, socializing more, and doing activities that are actually empowering to you. For some, that may mean travel or a leadership role where you're in charge of a team. And what does that mean for others? Let me see. The eccentricity. It's like if there is a hobby, which, let me zoom this in. If there is a hobby with the eccentricity, something that is uniquely your flavor, something that you enjoy doing, maybe even a novel, like horse riding or something that you've always wanted to try, or that you've been meaning to take up again, but you haven't had much time because of work or family commitments. I see that this next quarter, you're going to explore that more and enjoy that activity more. Perhaps this is an activity that is far away from your house, like an hour-long distance. It takes that long to get there. All right, what else do we see here? Another thing I wanted to mention is if you've been waiting for some place, like a workplace, to accept you or to hear back from them, you see this dog waiting here for this female to look his way. I see that this will actually happen, and finally you'll have your answer, which is an improvement on your situation. And they're going to be straightforward with you, and this time of patience and waiting for answers to come will be over, finally. So for some, this may be in the area of, for example, career, as I mentioned earlier, or maybe a project that, like a research project that you're trying to get approved. I see that your patience will pay off and you will get a favorable answer. Okay, but let's see what else is coming through. We have concern and the criticism. Interesting. Then we have the eye. So it's almost like someone is watching you, whether this be in your daily life or in your workplace, and you feel like they have a grudge or some hatred towards you. But how is that exactly improving? Let's see. The Emperor. So I need to get one more clarifier for what that is saying, but it's almost like a boss or elderly figure in your life. Like, let's say you're taking care of your elderly father or your husband or something, and lately he's been very snappy or testy. With this psychic ability, it's almost like you're going to see through his armor or his shield and through his criticisms, and they're not going to affect you, get a rise out of you, because you'll be able to stand up to that person with your confidence and get them to ease up on you, or realize what is the true motivating factor behind this person being so critical. So, for example, it could be that they have another disorder or they're in pain, and so that's causing them to lash out in pain over something else. And that's going to be an eye-opener for you here, because you're going to realize that it has nothing to do with you, and that this harmful behavior is actually because they don't feel powerful at this time for some reason, such as maybe they're overly concerned with work, or something happened to their money, or it's some sort of hang up or a complex that they have about themselves. But let's see any more clarification that comes through about that situation. We have the Knight of Swords. So that's interesting. Another thing I see is like this person may be kind of jealous or thinks that, you will get there first. So they're trying to discourage you from getting to that place because they're afraid to lose power over you, is what I'm sensing with this. So you're going to realize that it has nothing to do with you actually not being good enough for that role or for that position, whatever this person is criticizing you about and seemingly worried about. But it's more about they don't think that you can catch up, or that you are very close to catching up and overtaking them in life. Almost like a jealousy hidden with this person. So that's going to become very clear to you, and you're going to realize that this offer is not given to you because they don't want you to succeed in some way, because it took them longer than it would for you, or because this person is jealous and you're so much on the right track that they don't want you to overtake them and be the first. So I don't know if that makes sense to anyone watching, but that is definitely one of the messages coming through here and had to be said. Now, let me see if any other situations are coming up. Another thing that I do see for others is that there's some sort of chaotic or hectic lifestyle here for you, or for someone that's very close to you in a close partnership, friendship, family relationship with you. And you've been watching them do things that seem very erratic, very rushed, and not well thought out. And your intuition is telling you that this is concerning behavior and something is wrong here. And some sort of advice or help that you give them is going to actually help put this person back into their place and make them more empowered and stop with this crazy, foolish behavior. And it's going to actually make them more mature. So your power will be enough to influence this person, perhaps a colleague or someone that you're in a partnership with. And they're going to take your so-called criticism to heart, or your concern to heart, because of the way that you talk to them. So I see that your words will be powerful with this person. Yeah. So with the sixth house, it could also have something to do with the body. So maybe someone is not taking care of their body properly. They're pushing it beyond their limits, and it's causing them to actually lose their health. And so this warning that you give this person will actually make them reconsider what they're doing and have more patience with themselves, and actually be more empowered and be able to change something in their behavior and become empowered, which is going to really make you feel relieved, as we see with the Nine of Cups, because you love this person and you've been sensing that they're distant and something is not right. So that's what I see here with this. that you're going to be able to be effective with someone that you love, and you're going to get them to be convinced of what you're saying because of your generosity and your example. Let's get 2 more cards for what that issue could be for some of you watching. So, 10 of Cups. So it could be with this beautiful card here, the 2 of Cups. Something which causes fights between you guys or clashing of heads. So maybe the way that they approach people, their personality, or with the 10 of Cups, it's something in the group, the cohesion that they affect with their behavior. So for example, if this is a colleague, the 10th house there, and they're constantly late, right? So I see them finally understanding that this is causing an issue for everyone within the group. And yeah, like either the boss takes your criticism of them to heart and actually warns them, or something that you say actually gets through to this person, and it clicks that they're affecting the whole collective, and they start putting in more mature work, and they stop going against you, against the grain, because this is a card here of the rebellion with the Gilgamesh figure. So the rebellion stops. You can finally relax and stop despairing that this person, whoever this is, whether it's a family member here for you or a colleague, stops going against the grain and will stop rebelling, because they will see the merit in your words, and finally your patience and your words will have paid off. They'll stop acting like this predatory or this rebellious person. So that's what I see for you, pile 1. I hope that this was informative. I hope that you have a great quarter. Thank you for watching, and click the like and subscribe if you want to support the channel. I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You felt drawn to this stone here. It's greenish. The number 2. And this is the card that flew out as I was shuffling for your pile, the 4 of Pentacles. Now, this gives us an indication as to what may be improving in your life this next quarter, and this has something to do with security or some secret that you've been keeping under wraps, maybe something that you're insecure about, and this insecurity will be overcome. And the other thing is being cooped up in a place or being stuck in a physical location. That is also coming to mind here. But we're going to see what else is coming through with these cards, any further messages. Before we get into that, let's see what house or houses will be affected. Okay, we got the 8th, the 10th, the 6th, and the 7th. Wow. A lot of houses came up for this pile. So the 8th house is doing inner work. It's about transformation, karma, something about inheritance, perhaps too, or ancestors. Then the 10th is the house of work. 6th is the house of one's body or of health, practical duties. The 7th is partnerships. So in these areas. And also, I want to see if anything else comes through before we get into the cards. Oh my God. And I was saying ancestors, and we literally got the ancestor card. That is very, very synchronistic. So for someone, it's about something in their lineage, or maybe breaking some ancestral curse or ancestral trauma. Okay, for others, it's about an injury that is improving or getting better. Like if you had broken something figuratively or literally, then that is improving. Then we have the wealth. Okay, I was not expecting that. So something to do, well, actually the card does show a lot of money. So perhaps you're getting more savings or more money coming in for you this quarter. But we're going to see what the cards have to say about that. Or getting wealth, inheriting wealth from an ancestor. Okay. So let me take out some cards and then we'll see what messages, further messages are coming through. Okay, and pathway. Let's get one from, oh, two wanted to come out. Okay. Actually, yeah, we said two. And one more from here. Beautiful. We got the King of Wands. So, King of Wands is a card of having energy, and actually this is a card of the Phoenix rising from the ashes. And it's a fire sign card. So you or a significant other, since it landed below the 7th house, significant other, I mean someone you're in an interpersonal, close interpersonal relationship with that you probably see day to day, since we have the 6th house coming right next to it, which is about daily life, routines, dealings, will experience a transformation. What kind of transformation? So an improvement. This is an improvement somehow. Then we have choice. Interesting. So it's almost like they're not going to be in pain anymore, or as much pain or limitation. So with this choice card here, this could have something to do with the limbs. Okay. Then, wow, we also have the 7th house here reflected. Or someone that is a family member, an ancestor, is going to make a choice that is very well thought out with the Temperance card here. Something that also benefits you, or is actually logical and not something that would infuriate you. Let's see, what else are we? Okay, frying pan. Trouble, accusations. So this need not be a relative. I'm just using that as an example since that's the one that I first saw, but it also could be that someone in the workplace who's thrown accusations at you is going to, with the Temperance, you're either going to come out on top in this situation, and it's almost like your boss or your workplace chooses you over that smear campaign and they will not be believed, or that other person will stop bullying you. There was a similar message in pile 1. So if you were drawn to pile 1, you may want to check that out. So that's one of the situations that I'm definitely seeing with the Wisdom card here as well. It could be that someone who's a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, is going to make a wise decision that will pay off in coming years, with the 4 of Pentacles showing security, something that improves maybe the whole family's, the ancestors, your whole family's security in the future. Now, this could be, for example, with these stars here, it's almost like maybe someone's going to start a restaurant or a business that will be passed down from one generation to the next and will help the family accrue wealth. Okay, that's one specific message I'm definitely seeing. With the restaurant, but it need not be a restaurant. It's just like it's a decision which is good for savings, and it's good for passing down to kids, like something that can be passed down to kids. Wow. And as I said that, we got the Empress card here, the pregnant anticipated thing in the pathway. For others of you, this could literally be a pregnancy if that's what you have been wanting. Okay, so something with regards to maybe you've had very difficult times conceiving, and then finally you're on the road to getting that baby that you've dreamed of. But otherwise, it could also be that this is some effort that has built up You see with the Four of Pentacles, the buildup of coins. And finally, there's enough money to be able to make a choice that makes you feel like, wow, that's a new road or new thing that I can take up. So it's almost like if you have been saving, if you're the person that this is talking about and not your family member, now the savings or the money that you've been very careful to accrue, you've had the wisdom to put aside, is going to serve you well in the next step or next phase of your life. Perhaps with the King of Wands, it's about literally flying or being able to go on vacation or move abroad. And with the negotiation, the Libra card and the bag, oh my God, yes, something important such as a new job or a raise, yes. So literally for some, this could be like you're able to negotiate a raise because of the way that you know how to talk the talk, and you have been putting in those long hours and that work in. So you're able to transform your situation. Especially if it was like very critical and you were in your probationary period. Now I see like, okay, you're in safe and they have rated you highly, and now you are with a higher income and there's more opportunities for you at this place that you're in. Then we have harmony. How beautiful. The Libra card again. We have two Libra cards here, which shows that yes, indeed, this is something that's going to make you feel so safe with that beautiful Four of Pentacles, and is going to give you many options or many savings and open up those paths for you. Maybe paths for where you would like to live. Now you have that kind of income to be able to not like struggle day to day. We have man, dealing with a relationship with a man, King of Wands. Could be a fire sign man, but not necessarily, or it could be air. And the eye. So it shows that a relationship with a man will improve. So it could be that you'll be able to know what to do with this person. You'll get a clear sign, like to take the next step, maybe to move on with this man or to move away from this man. As I said that, I got the retreat card. And you're going to feel safe in making this decision because it's coming from a place of wisdom. Okay, especially if you've been traumatized in the past by such a relationship and you're seeing those kinds of patterns. But the other thing could be with that is you're going to realize, you or this person is going to realize that this behavior, this pattern of behavior or daily habits is not working out, and they're going to stop treating you so harshly. If this is a harsh trauma energy, trauma bond here. Okay, and if they have been, for example, affecting your finances or affecting you on a psychic level, with the Wisdom and the King of Wands showing transformation, rising from the ashes, I see that this traumatic effect will be much less on you, much less. Or you could completely cut it off and completely retreat if that is how you feel, okay? But with the Temperance, it shows that this next quarter will be a calmer quarter where you're focused more on everything that you have actually built or everything that your family and you are building together. It's almost like you're at a junction in your life where you have to choose. What are you going to focus on? Are you going to focus on the trauma that you have with certain somebody or with family members? Or are you going to look towards the future and building wealth? And you're going to pick the latter. And you're going to correctly figure out that it's worth building something for the next generation or making a contribution for, your children, or establishing money that will actually empower you in the next 20 to 30 years. The bag here. So with the accusations or whatnot, they're not even going to bother you. And if there is some sort of accusation thrown, or if there is some sort of trouble that you've gotten in at work, or you feel like it's a very intense time, that is going to dissipate with the Temperance card here and the Harmony. So either it's because colleagues or people at your work are coming to your rescue, or other family members are coming to your rescue somehow psychically and helping you build up wealth for the next generation, not just yourself, but for the next 10, 20 years. The pathways, like broader sense, in a broader sense. This pile shows that in a broader sense, you're making a lot of improvements in your life, not just for the next few months, but for the next few years. Okay, so those are the messages that I'm seeing. And for the 8th house, I also want to get one more card. If anything else comes up, and we'll see where that lands. Ooh, Devil and 6 of Swords. So manipulation tactics here with the Scorpio card, that makes total sense. It's like moving on from that type of manipulation or trauma that has been plaguing you, or someone who's trying to play with your mind and trying to take you back to that place of trauma or of weakness that you used to have. You're going to overcome this temptation to engage with this manipulation. And with the 6 of Swords, it's almost like you're moving on, maybe even to a new location. Yeah, but at least in a spiritual sense and financial sense, you're moving on to better, more secure, less dangerous options. So that's what I see here for you, pile 2. I hope that this was informative. Thank you for watching, and click on the like and subscribe button if you want to support the channel. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You felt drawn to this black spotted stone here, the number 3, or the card that flew out as I was shuffling for your pile. And this is the Death card, which gives us a clue as to what is improving in your life. So something which has ended, or some sort of problem is about to end. A problem that's perhaps very dire, something that has been critical for some time, is the download that I'm getting with this particular card. And this Death is also a rebirth card. So it could be that something which has died, metaphorically speaking, is having a renaissance in your life. Okay. But let's see what the cards are going to say about anything that's coming through for what is improving this next quarter for you. Oh, this flew out even before I shuffle, but see some clues before we get into the cards. We have passion, childhood. Oh my goodness. So it could be a revival of something that you were passionate about in childhood, but you had to put to the side for some reason. Or it could even be a relationship you had as a teen, not necessarily romantic, but somehow improving with time. So it could even be like you and a certain loved one grew apart, or this relationship really drifted apart, ended, and then there's a revival of passion or support for one another. But let's see. Too many houses, actually. For this, I feel like we only want 2 houses. So we got the 5th house and the 8th house. Oh my goodness. So 5th house could be regarded as the house for children in astrology, or the house for entertainment, fun, creativity. So an area of passion. Maybe you're getting back into drawing or a hobby that you used to be good at, and you're going to be recognized for something you've done maybe since childhood that was kind of dead in the water and you felt like wasn't being appreciated. And this 8th house is, of course, this Death card's house. It's a card of passion, transformation, sex, and yeah, inheritance, anything that's very intense. But let's see what other cards are telling us about what is improving. Oh my goodness, something, yes, like I said, which has been in limbo or literally hanged in time and not moving forward. Okay, felt like most of these cards want to come out. So we have here King of Swords. So some sort of decisive decision is made by you here, or some sort of communication comes to you swiftly. Three of Wands. Yeah, it looks like you're moving up in that area of passion, a revival of sorts. But let's see what other cards have to say for any other situation. Okay. All right. So we got the patience card here. You've been patient long enough, and now the fruits of thy labor are paying off. But it's also the sixth house, so something that you've been doing on a day-to-day basis is actually gaining traction. Then we have the publicity card. Yes, you're being recognized. You're being given an award or pointed out as special. Okay. Let's see what this may have to do with. Oh, this definitely wanted to land here. The passage. For some, it could be that you've applied for a program or school or some educational pursuit or communicational type of event or thing, perhaps a conference of some sort, and now that is in the works and your patience has paid off and you're headed in that direction and you're taking it. You see the swords, you've grabbed it now, or you're grabbing it in this next quarter. Let's see if anything else is seen here. We have wealthy man. Ooh, and main male. So for many of you, this may have to do with a relationship, like you're getting traction and you thought this relationship wouldn't work out, or that it was over and it's coming back to life, or this person is now, receptive towards you for sure after being hanged in this hangman position for a while. And yeah, with Three of Wands, there is forward movement. So for those of you who it's not about a relationship, or you're not trying to go for a relationship with a certain male, this could also be that you see these are suited men. So something in the professional sense or in the creative sense, like you're becoming a legitimate author or a legitimate professional in that field, well respected and making money from that, especially if you haven't profited off of that formerly, like you weren't not making bank off of that or not making any money from that. So now customers are picking up for that. You thought you would have to foreclose, or you thought that it wouldn't work out. Now you're getting some money or a sturdier reputation, which is enabling you to get promoted or make money off of this thing. Let's see anything else that comes up. Any other clues as to what this could be for those of you watching? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. March. So it could be a Pisces person or Aries person, or something that you started to do in March. Then we have key, successful outcome to your problem. Exactly. Could be access to a residence or building. That is pretty specific for some of you watching, but something that you started to do in March, could be this year or another year, or in the springtime, is finally shown to be what is going to be the key to getting this success or this forward momentum. And for others, what I also see is it could also be that in March, this thing is going to like flesh out and actually take full effect. But now you're going to start seeing in this next quarter that it's improving and you're almost at the top with this. Then we have the younger woman and the door. Opportunities are waiting for you. Entry or access. Now, it could be that through a younger woman, I don't know who this is. It could be a daughter of yours or someone a few years younger than you, a sister of yours, whoever this is, or a colleague, but definitely young energy is what I'm getting here, is going to help you with the opportunities for the publicity or for this introduction to this main male. Could be an air sign person or a Scorpio. All right. And it's almost like you're going to be indebted emotionally to this person for helping you move to the next stage. Let me also see one more card because I feel like that wants to come out here. Ooh, okay, 2 cards came out, Nest and a Wreath. But I almost wanted to read that as Wealth. So we have Wreath and we have Nest. So after a time when things were over and you thought, okay, there's nothing else I could do about this, like it's not going to work. The last minute almost, something comes up with the Nest. So a nice cushion or safety net for you, thanks to your patience and maybe this younger woman or this wealthy man, okay, who is going to invest and create this opportunity so that even though you thought, "Oh, now it's too late for things to work out," there's going to be this option now that is going to bloom for you. Kind of hatch in the springtime is what I'm seeing. I don't know when you're watching this, but if you're watching this in March, it is going to hatch in March or in the springtime. Or if you're watching this as I made this video, as I post this in September, it's going to fully hatch in the springtime is what I'm seeing. But you're going to start seeing the potential in this now. And you're going to start feeling reinvigorated to work on this because you're getting the publicity and the traction. And with the communication here, you're getting favorable reviews about this thing. Yeah, so different scenarios for different folks. Like I said, this could be an educational thing, like you are able to invest in this company and it comes to fruition in spring, or you, with the swords, you were able to get that education certificate, which greatly pays off for you and becomes the key factor for you. And somebody ensures that you're able to enter into it, even though it seemed hopeless or that it was like an impossibility or it was too late for you. Let me get one more card to see if any other situation is coming through with the 5th house there. Anything else that's improving in your life this quarter? Okay, 2 cards. Oh, 9 of Cups. Yes, definitely monetary opportunities. And the 3 of Wands, which we already had. Yes, now you're seeing hope on the horizon. I'm not saying that it's going to like take off right away this quarter, but you're going to see with the 9 of Cups, it's leading towards the 10 of Cups, the total abundance. And it's very close. It's very close. You're on the precipice, on the edge of this thing, and you can see now that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that there's coast, and you know what you have to do because of this opportunity that came by, you know, that it's not so hopeless anymore, that all you have to do is, for example, get this certificate or listen to this female or a wealthy man, whoever this person is. And if you enter through that door, which you are sure to do, then that will be the key to your success and be able to garner, good enough publicity or good enough results to make your way into the 10 of Cups, the total realization of your dream. So no longer are you defeated. Are you feeling that it's lacking, that you cannot make your childhood passion come true? There's a reinvigoration. There's another way to reach your dream shown here. And for others of you, I see that this could also be like now you're thinking of moving to another location. So if it wasn't working out at a certain location and things were dead there, like it was just a bad place for customers to attract customers, now you're going to pick a different location to do that thing, or a different venue. Like for instance, if you were doing it on YouTube, for instance, very simple example. Now you're going to pick a different platform because you're going to get this idea, and that communication tool or that approach will be where you see, wow, okay, it's taking off. You see, I'm climbing up and there's actually an opportunity here. And all I have to do is just be patient with it, sit with it. And this is the key to my success and coming out of this hopeless or trapped, non-moving energy. Stagnancy. I hope this was clear, pile 3. Thank you for watching. Click the like and subscribe if you want to support the channel. and I'll catch you in our next reading. Take care. Bye. Hi, Pile 4. Welcome to your reading. You felt drawn to this gray and white striped stone, or the number 4, and the card that flew out as I was shuffling is the beautiful 10 of Pentacles. And this gives us a clue as to what is improving in your life. And right off the bat, I see for many of you, it's a family dynamic or some sort of home situation or domestic situation, most likely. And it could also be, like a marriage situation, or partnered up with someone, or even having a baby. Okay, but that's not necessarily what will improve for everyone watching for this pile. So I want to get some cards, and before that, let's also see some of these little cards. Okay, so we have money and security. Those areas are improving. Okay, and something to do with betrayal and adjustment. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm seeing for some of you guys, it could have something to do with buying a house or being able to afford some sort of repairs in the house. If you've had housing insecurity, some sort of adjustment will help. Then with the money and betrayal, so maybe a financial sinkhole or financial betrayal by someone will be what improves here. So for instance, if your significant other has betrayed you in some way, gotten the family into debt, I see that that situation will improve in that there'll be more money to go around to pay off this debt. Not necessarily a significant other, but could be a family member, since this is the card of family or of very close relations. Okay, but let's see. Ooh, okay, these houses. So the 7th house, interpersonal relationship, makes sense with the card that we had, the main card. 5th house, so also card of children or of entertainment. Maybe you're going to be able to afford the extras or do something as a family for fun, be able to afford something for the whole family. Okay, and with a 10, this is money issue here, a job for a few of you watching. Okay, so some insecurity about work is going to become secure. Let's see what the cards are saying though. Anything else that's coming through? Got these 4 cards. And let's get more cards before we see what this has to do with. Ooh, all right. 2 cards. And let's get, okay, 1 card from here. All right, so something which has been worrying you, the 5 of Swords, something that you've regretted or you've cried over, maybe a decision made by an authority figure in your family. 9 of Pentacles, great, you're getting more money, and any insecurity that you may have had about that is improving with the high honors. Okay, let's also get, okay. Thank you, Spirit. But I feel like 2 cards. Okay, all of these. All right. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So in December, this could be representing a person who's a Capricorn or a Sagittarius. And this is who the high honor is coming for. Or it could indicate that in the month of December, in the winter, in like the thick of winter, this situation is really getting improved. It could be a promotion for someone in the family, which brings about the money that is needed to fix this insecure situation. Or, with the coins, it's most likely a money situation. With the betrayal here, it could also have to do with forgiving and letting bygones be bygones. With the inkpot promise to be resolved, it could be that a court case, like let's say someone has filed for divorce, actually goes through in the winter time. So like 3 months from when you're watching this reading, especially if this is something that you've been trying to get but have failed at. Okay, so like meaning divorce or something to do with officials solving this issue for you. Okay, but let's see what else is coming through. Oh, okay. So they always know where to land. Okay, devotion, again, the 7th house here, Libra. And we have the friendship card, the family card here. Beautiful. Yeah, it seems like it's going to be a calmer time for the family, where if there was like an unreciprocated effort on the part of one family member or one love interest towards another, I see there's more devotion or more commitment going around. Lust. Okay, for others, this indicates a friendship turns physical. Okay, and yeah, so it could be like it started off as friends with benefits, some situation here, but you could feel that they have feelings for you. And now you're seeing more commitment with a high honor, showing that there's an escalation of effort from this other person. There's more affection in a love situation. There's more trust. There's an escalation here with the high honors. Maybe you guys move in together. Yeah. But it seems like you were not seeing eye to eye. There was a disagreement, or you felt like you're not on the same page. But now there's more intimacy, or there's more trust. Oh, happiness, exactly. So from the problem, we have escape. It transforms into happiness. And to a time where you're more trusting, you're more affectionate, you're sharing more interpersonal time together, and you feel like your relationship is improving. We have a two-faced friend. Interesting. Okay. So with the betrayal, that makes sense here. So some person who may have been jealous or threatening a certain relationship that you have, threatening your happiness, I see will somehow leave you alone, come out of this situation, or be ghosted, especially by the other person, so that you're going to have a way to have more compatibility and more pleasant interaction, especially if they were like, let's say for some, this is a sister-in-law or mother-in-law, if they were in this person's ear, egging them on, really causing problems within your relationship. I see that effect will be much, much less, and you'll feel like your partner takes your side. Okay. Oh, okay. Definitely. You see, these cards always know where to land. We have the, hold on a second. Let me get that clear there. We have the purification card. Exactly. Your situation is purified. You know that their maleficence can't touch you, heart, or their intentions are pure. Anything that may have seemed two-faced, or that this person is going to lash out at you and does not care about you, seems to be unfounded. The situation is purified after you've cried, after you've lamented over this situation, and you see that, yeah, indeed, this person does care about you. Okay, and it could, like I said, be a money situation, so you're able to pay off that debt. That's what that purification could indicate. Yeah. So this insecurity, whatever situation has caused insecurity, is being cleared up. Okay, with the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, we have the patience, then we have the expansion. Exactly. A more financial, stable situation. A more copacetic situation within the family is also indicated here, with less infighting and with people being more patient, more receptive towards you, towards each other, with a devotion. It seems like everyone agrees what the next step should be. And then we have the Peacock, beware of great pride. So problems to be resolved. And then we have the Fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Exactly, the lust. So with this expansion, what it's showing is that there's a growth of great passion and love, especially in an interpersonal love relationship here, especially if things have cooled off, some passion has cooled off between you and a boyfriend or an ex that you feel has been co-opted by another partner or third party person. So it shows that this person has renewed interest in you, and that they're patiently listening to you, and they think that you are actually angelic and that you were right, and they feel more empathetic towards you. So with the Peacock, Beware of Great Pride, that's an interesting card there. It's almost like beautification as well. So if there were any issues with your appearance, like for example, your weight or something that you felt was unattractive towards a certain person who you're trying to attract, I see that you're becoming more like fire, more attractive for people in the dating pool, in the dating game, and your range of dates are expanding. You're getting more offers. You see all of these options here. And it could also be that if you've applied for a lot of different jobs, since we did have the 10th house here, jobs, I can't find it right now, but it was there, the 10th house of work, that you're having much more choices here with the 9 of coins. The 9 seems to follow us around here, the 9 and the 10. Perhaps this is going to start on the 9th or the 10th of the month that you watch it in. So if you're watching this in like, let's say October 20th, it's going to start November 9th or 10th. Or it's indicating that there's going to be so many different offers coming to you. For example, in a house that you're trying to buy and you can't find anything within your price range. All right. But it also seems like you're going to get some perhaps help from a friend in this situation. All right. So those are the various things that I'm seeing. And another thing that I have to say for some of you watching here is that someone who has jeopardized or tried to jeopardize your happiness in the past, where's a happiness card here? Yeah, who betrayed you in some way, like a friend who later became a foe. Very soon, this quarter, you're going to see, not that we laugh at people's downfall, even if they're nasty to us, but you're going to see, after much waiting, that their life is doing so bad and that they have no more energy because of how badly their life is going to taunt you or to talk shit about you, because the trajectory of life is going down. You're getting some news about them that they've made some foolish mistakes, that nobody believes them, or that they've caused their own downfall. So anything that they may have tried to pin on you is not going to work out, because people will catch on that like this person is unstable, whether this be an ex or an ex-friend who literally was jealous or tried to do nasty things towards you while your life is doing much better than theirs. Perhaps this is someone who had a better life on paper than you in the past, like they had more material wealth than you. Now you're going to see the roles are reversed, like, wow, that person is actually doing crappy and you're doing much better. It could even be in the workplace. So that's because your thoughts and your efforts were more pure, and yeah, you came at this without pettiness. Therefore, finally, you know them by their fruits. So you see that ugliness does not pay off in the end for this person. Whereas your options are expanding and you're getting a boost of reputation, especially if you work with a collective or you work with many clients, you're getting a boost. So those are the various messages that I'm seeing for you. Pile number 4. I hope that this was informative and helpful to you. If you enjoyed your reading, press the like and subscribe button, and that would be greatly appreciated. And I hope to catch you in the next reading. Take care. Bye. Hi, Pile 5. Welcome to your reading. You felt drawn to this grayish blackish stone here, the number 5, and the card that flew out as I was shuffling for your pile was the 6 of Cups. So this gives me a clue as to what may be improving in your life this next quarter. 6 of Cups indicates something from the past or something that you've been nostalgic about For example, if you visited a certain place and you've been wanting to visit that place again, there's a return to that place or an opportunity to repeat something that you had tried in the past. Or it could literally be about getting together with someone from the past, getting a communication from someone in the past, or some bounty or some reward coming for a loved one that you are very affectionate towards. So some reward coming for your child or a sibling of yours that you adore. Okay. Or someone helping you out here because they're endearing or they like you a lot. But that's just one of the scenarios or a few of the scenarios that I see. Let's see if anything else comes through before we get into the cards. So these are the little cards. And we have passion, we have envy. Okay. So some people may start envying you because of something that you've been able to achieve or you're going to be able to achieve. Let's see what other messages are coming through. Okay. So some sort of area of talent or hobby that you have, or how you're doing at work or with money. Oh, and we have the 6th house here, which is something that you've been doing on a daily, day-to-day basis, and putting a lot of intense effort is going to be rewarded. So for example, for some, this may be like you've been working out, you've been trying to lose weight, and you hit your benchmarks, you hit those weight goals that you have, or something about your house or fixing something within your house. Okay. But let's see what else the cards are saying here in this situation. So I'm going to take out some cards to see what other messages are coming through so we can take a look at what exactly the situation or situations may be. For those of you watching for this pile, this was just a preliminary with the houses and the extra cards, preliminary clues as to what this improvement area could be in. So let me see. Oh, okay. These also wanted to come out. And I'm going to take 5 from here. Let's see. Okay. Is that 5? Yeah. It's precisely 5. Perfect. And I think we have gotten everything except for this. I wanted to get one more card from this pile here. Ooh. Oh, and that card flew. Let me pick that up. Okay, got it. The 9 of Pentacles. We've been getting a lot of 9 of Pentacles wish fulfillment in these piles. So definitely an improvement or a wish fulfillment. Like, thank you, God. Thank you for bringing that for me. I'll happily receive it. Okay. So let me take these away. And let's see what we're working with here. Pile 5. Broken bridge. Okay, so after much failure or after being in despair or disappointed in something, you get a boost, you get a leg up thanks to someone. 6 of Cups, it looks like. It's a congratulatory note. We have candle, you will be shown the way. Or if this is something where you're having a writer's block type of situation, they want you to make an innovative product and you're an engineer, as by way of an example, which need not necessarily be the case. So with this candle, it's almost like you're coming up with this idea and it's going to be an envied idea. It's going to be something that is praised by your employer, okay, by your workplace. Okay, we have firecracker, exactly, excitement. It's like, whoa. Yeah, this is the ticket. This is what I should do. You get that idea. Maybe thanks to an interaction with someone or thanks to something that you thought back to on your from your childhood, like when you were a child, this is how you would have liked the situation to go, or this is how a child would think. And so by being kind of childish, I don't know if that makes sense, or thinking of how it would solve a problem in a very simplified way, you make the breakthrough and you innovate. And this product really takes off if this is a business. Or, for example, if you're working with children, what I see is that this is definitely the right path for you if you've been considering that, or if you are in an occupation where you are working with children. It's almost like you're going to realize that that is your place that you're passionate about, and that's where you're going to really find your footing and your success and be able to come out of bad situations, especially if you've had issues with your times and you were unhappy in previous jobs because you had to work longer hours. Now something regular, something more like 9 to 5 or 9 to 3, whatever that the case may be, is going to leave you with a lot more free time to pursue your passions. So it's almost like the advice here is to take a job or the opportunity where you're going to work less hours, and therefore you're going to have more free time to pursue your passions. Okay. Or an opportunity will be afforded to you like that, like a freelance opportunity where you work 6 hours and the rest of the time is spent on your passion, and people will envy you for that. Then we have the growth card here, precisely. You feel like you're actually growing, your life is actually moving, and it's not just suffocating. Then we have the appreciation. Like I said earlier, you have more free time to pursue your interests. For some, that may be a musical interest, or art, cooking, whatever the case may be. But those were things that you could not pursue very much in the past. And now you're going to be able to do that because of some opportunity, an idea that came to you that somehow is tied in with your childhood, or someone from your past, like an old coworker who's fond of you or who likes you, offers you this chance to do a job, or gives you an idea of what type of job to do. Okay, then we have the flow. Exactly. I see a more calm way of being every day. It's not a hectic pace. You're moving beyond that hectic pace that you've had to endure, keep up with. We have the historic news of a birth or new business opportunity. Interesting. So for some, this could be like, oh, you get a chance to start a business with someone, and this affords you more chances, more money to do whatever you like. Or literally for others, it's you discover that someone is having a baby, or your family is growing somehow because there's more get-togethers, there's more visits with the 6 of Cups with family members, which would explain the 5, the 5th house here, house of fun and children. And you're very excited over this. You feel re-energized. You feel like they're able to help you in tough spots. They're giving you the support that you lacked. Oh my God. And as I said this, I got the community card. Exactly. So somehow your family or people from your past are being supportive to you here in an exciting and important way. We have the mice, discord among friends or family. So if before everybody was, out for themselves or not being supportive or thoughtful of one another, now I see that there's more support, there's more activities where you'll be able to see your family and or friends or get-togethers because perhaps you'll have this free time, or because finally there's something in the air, like a wedding or a new baby is coming along, or there's a business that unites you will be needed to work at, or they need you to consult with. So yeah, this busy energy here, friends or family is helping you. Oh, unexpected income. Exactly. So they could help you out financially in an important way for maybe your business to grow because they believe in your idea. Oh my goodness. Oh, this one definitely wanted to come out here. The Lovers. Yeah, I see a lot of support. For others, this is like literally meeting a family. So if you have a boyfriend, I see you're taking the next step. You're meeting the family, or you're becoming more of a family. They're receiving you well if you're meeting the parents. And you see that there is a getting along here. Any friction that there was is definitely dissipating. There's more fondness for you here. And with the unexpected income, it shows that this is kind of unexpected because maybe you thought that they wouldn't like you because you come from two different backgrounds, or this could, like I said, literally also be money handed out to you that your friends may be envious of. Like if you get together with a lover who's paying the bills, or who is treating you to things and you don't have to split everything 50-50. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting here. But we also have a ring. So for some, this could be a higher commitment, which is the envy of your friends, or a particular friend who's jealous of you. With the mice, discord among friends. Okay. Oh my goodness, gift. Yes. See a monetary gift, a big lump sum actually. I don't see a promotion per se, but like a big lump sum, as we see here with this imagery here. One lump sum or one big gift. And this gift is going to really help you out. Could be like a few $1,000s. Okay. And it's going to really help you with a certain problem coming to you from your community or from a lover. For example, if they're paying a certain big bill, a loan of yours, then you're left with your own money to do whatever you want with. That's the type of energy here. So this lack mindset is going away, and you're feeling less stressed in general about money because of this big gift. Then we have the despair. Exactly. Broken bridge of despair. Before, you were worried about making ends meet or about having enough money for the extras. And now I see you're not worried about that because of this big lump sum. Maybe it's a bonus from work. Or maybe it's a grant or scholarship that eases your burden. Yeah. See, someone's giving it to you. And then we have the assertion. So with the Aries card here, it could be like you won a competition. It could be a writing competition that you win, or some contest that you enter where you come out on top as defeating the dragon. Beating the competition, okay? Or yeah, that's what I'm seeing mostly. But let's see anything else that comes up with this. Any other signs? Okay, I'm gonna get 2 cards. We have the ladder, climbing towards success. Exactly. So you made some strides, or it's the progression of the relationship, and now you've proven yourself. So they believe that you deserve this gift. Maybe it's from your community. Like I said, they're gathering all together to present you with this lump sum. And then we have the wreath, exactly this gift, or they knew that you had sorrow over this loss, or over this circumstance, lack of funds. So they believe that you are worthy of it, and they're going to, or this person is going to try to make you happy. And because they care about you so much, because you've shown such great compassion and care, that you're going to be surprised at the firecracker that they're giving you this gift, this big gift, or this big lump sum. Okay, because they feel like you've won the battle. And you're happily reclaiming it or claiming it, saying thank you. Why, yes, I do deserve that after this tough time I've had, after the hours I've put in. So pile 5, please be happy because something wonderful is coming your way this next quarter. I hope that this was informative and you enjoyed your reading. Please press the like and subscribe button if you want to support our channel. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.